Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Tawanda Sims. I am your wedding and event planner from the beautiful city of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Who remembers that from Periscope? Coming to you live by way of webinar. How is everybody doing tonight? I am so excited to be on webinar with you. This is kind of weird for me, but I'm here, and I'm here along with my very good friend Sabrina Cadini out of San Diego, California. You're going to be hearing more from her in a few minutes, but I wanted to say hello and thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We wanted to take a few minutes just to share with you. We thought it was important how we grew our event planning business. Also, to talk about vendor relationships, which is so very important. But what we're going to do tonight, a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know me, I am located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That's in sunny South Florida. We are a wedding and event management company. Been in business since 2009, and I absolutely love what I do. We are an award-winning, established event planning company where service excellence is our motto. So enough about me. I want to talk about Sabrina, who's going to be joining me. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sabrina. You think I'm awesome. Just playing. Let me tell you a little bit about Sabrina Cadini out of San Diego, California. The webinar tonight, we're going to, as I said, we're going to talk about how to grow your event planning business. But first, Sabrina is going to share with us how to develop and build strong vendor relationships. And she's also going to talk to us about, to planners and industry professionals, how to work cohesively together in this industry. We all know that this is a very tight industry, and in order for everyone to make it and to get to the next level as a vendor and as colleagues, you have to play nice in the sandbox. And Sabrina is an expert in teaching and sharing with us colleagues on how to work together. So Sabrina Cadini is an award-winning event designer and planner in San Diego, California. She's the founder and creative director of La Dolce, I think I'm saying this right, Idea Weddings and Soirees. Sabrina has served on the board of the Association of Bridal Consultants of San Diego region since 2008, and director at San Diego ABC between 2010 and 2016. That's amazing. Currently serving on the board of 2 nonprofit organizations as the event producer and hospitality chair. Sabrina is also the business coach and consultant for wedding entrepreneurs. Her coaching programs focus on how to create and maintain profitable businesses and develop a signature style in how to achieve life-work balance. Live broadcaster on Periscope and Facebook. And if you're not following Sabrina on Periscope and Facebook, you need to follow her. She is absolutely amazing. Sabrina shares educational contents on a weekly basis. Her websites and Periscopes and social media platform is Wedding and Planning La Dolce in the United States. She is simply amazing. I am proud to call her my friend, and she doesn't know this yet, but she's my new mentor. I was on a Periscope with her today, and she did an amazing job. I want to bring to you, introduce to some, and present to others, the lovely Sabrina Cadini.
Tawanda, what an introduction. My goodness, I should hire you whenever I speak. Thank you. I'm truly honored to be here on the webinar with you. So thank you so much for having me, and welcome everybody. I'm so excited to see you all. So I'm very glad that you asked me to speak at your upcoming conference. We'll be talking about that in a few minutes in July, because I'm very passionate about the topic of vendor relationships. You know that I'm really passionate. And I have to say, it advanced my career. I strongly believe this is a very important part of a successful business in the event and wedding planning industry. And, you know, it really can apply to any industry, not only on to our industry specifically. You know, I have to say, a lot of people have this misconception about event and wedding planning. So they see all these incredible planners, celebrity event designers who are extremely successful, they're famous, they're highly skilled and talented, they have their own TV shows. You know who I'm talking about, right? And people think, oh, well, it's because they're very good at what they do, which is absolutely true. They're really amazing. However, let me tell you, their success relies on their event or wedding partners or suppliers or vendors, however you want to call them. If their vendors do a bad job, their talent will not shine. Their events will not be published on magazines or featured on TV. Their success will not go far, and clients will not hire them. That's very simple. So as you can see, it's all about teamwork. As Tawanda was mentioning, it's definitely about teamwork. It's all about having a winning team working all together. So these celebrity designers and planners always, and I say always, work with their most trusted event partners because they know that the results will be outstanding. So the same should be for you. So remember, your success depends on your team and how you choose your team members. Now, one thing that can help specifically planners visualize the importance of working as a team is this. So let's think about a florist who can provide beautiful centerpieces and decor, or maybe a DJ. The DJ will create the perfect atmosphere for his clients or wedding couples event, right, with favorite music. Let's think about a caterer. A caterer will put together a fabulous menu with the best ingredients, or maybe a photographer creating the most precious moments throughout the day, capturing the moments throughout the day. Now, a planner will, and fill in the blanks here. Well, the planner will coordinate the entire event, making sure that everything goes as planned. So if you don't have vendors at the event, you're not really needed as a planner, because a planner relies exclusively on a team of vendors. And our job is to make sure that all of us play together. So that's why it's extremely important that we have a winning team. So let me ask you this. This is something that I'm sure you've been at least once in your life as a planner. Have you ever been in a situation when one of the vendors, or even more, at the event played like on a different team? I'm sure you experienced that. It happened to me several times. I had to deal with difficult vendors, and most of the times these were DJs who were not used to work with a planner, and so they basically wanted to run the day on their own. And I'm sure it happened to you several times. Now, I'd like to make it very clear that these were not vendors I work with. They were hired by the client separately, or maybe before I came into the picture. So they wouldn't read and follow my timeline. They wouldn't listen to my cues. They would just go with their own schedule. It's pretty frustrating, right? I know. It's like one of those horror stories that we as planners don't want to have to deal with. And when you deal with something like that, of course, you don't want to make a scene in front of your client or in front of your guests, because you don't want to create any problems, right? So you just go with the flow and you direct the day kindly but firmly, keeping an eye on the DJ, staying close to him, reminding him that you're the one they need to listen to and follow. Well, do you think I ever added those DJs to my database and referred them to my clients? Never. So they didn't understand the importance of playing together, and so for that reason, they were out. So that's when many vendors are not successful. They don't take this into consideration when they select and recommend vendors to their clients or wedding couples. They think about me, I'm the best, I'm the most talented, I'm the most organized, I'm the most reliable and professional in my city. Okay, but are you working with vendors who respect you and play on your team? So that's something that you always need to consider when you take your business to the next level. And when you create a winning team, we all shine, we all benefit, we all grow, and we become better together. Now, keep in mind that this concept is not only for planners, it also works for vendors. So you should ask yourself, who are the people you enjoy working with? Who do you recommend to your clients? Is there maybe a planner that you really admire because he or she makes you feel important on the team? And if the answer is yes, then that's the professional you want to recommend. And when you do that, 3 magical things happen. I say magical because they're really a win-win situation for everyone. A, you win because you work with like-minded professionals who will make you look good, and you all work towards the same goal, which is making your client's event or wedding successful and memorable. B, your vendor team wins because you're all part of a beautiful production that will get a lot of attention. You will probably get published on a blog or a magazine, and people will talk about all of you as a team in the community. And as a result, this will generate referrals because people will want to work with you. C, your clients win. So see, it's all a win-win situation for everybody because they get to use the best professionals in town and their goals are met. Easy. This will also generate referrals because they loved working with you and they want their friends or family to experience the same. And these are word-of-mouth referrals. These are the most powerful ones to get business. Guys, believe me, word-of-mouth referrals are the best from past or current clients. I have to make a little parenthesis here. Take a look at Tawanda's latest posts on her Facebook profile. It's from a couple of days ago and yesterday, I think. Her wedding couples and their guests are raving about her on the last wedding. So do you know how helpful this is for her business? This is pure gold. Again, word-of-mouth referrals are so important. So I will have a lot of tips to share about vendor relationships at the upcoming conference, but today I will give you 3 that you can use for your business right away, whether you are a planner or a vendor. Now, before I share the 3 tips, I will use the term vendors because I want to make things easy, but I think that we should call our wonderful vendors in a different way, and that's something that I'm always very passionate about. Maybe partners, because they really are partners when it comes to producing an event or wedding for your client. And I'm sure Tawanda agrees with me on that. So let's use the term vendors today. So tip number 1, if you're starting out in the business, take a look at the vendors and at the planners in the geographical area where you operate. And carefully, let me repeat that, carefully select the ones who match your and your client's personalities, needs, style, and budget. And try to create a match, like pretty much like dating, right? So where can you find them? You can ask colleagues about their favorite ones. You can attend industry meetings and events in the area and just connect with them. Get to know them in person and create a relationship with them. Why did I say carefully? Because you don't want to connect with all of them in your area. It will be impossible to be active with all of them. And honestly, not all of them share your same interests or have the same style that you have. And I made this mistake when I started out in the industry. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. I thought quantity was better than quality, and I was so wrong. So I wanted to meet all the vendors in my city, but I soon realized that the decision I made didn't really help my new company and my style. I was trying to work with everybody, and that was wrong. So I wasted time trying to partner with vendors with different styles and different budget levels. So you have to make sure that you find vendors you connect with who align with your brand, and this is very, very important, and they are the right fit for your clients. In the case you're more established in the business, because I'm sure our audience today is some new planners, some more established planners or vendors, maybe you already have your vendor network. But, I would still suggest that you take a look at new vendors and planners in the area and see if there's maybe 1 or 2 who might be a good addition to your team. Maybe it's time for some updates, and that will keep your business up to date, especially if you're trying to attract a younger clientele. Tip number 2. Communicate with each other before, during, and after the event. Communication is so important, you guys, if you want the team to succeed. We all need to know what our needs and goals are. And so the goal of a planner is that all the vendors completely understand what the scope of the event is. This is very straightforward when it comes to a wedding, because we know that we want to make the couple happy and we want to make the guests happy. But maybe not that clear for, let's say, a nonprofit event or a corporate event, right? So if your vendors know what the client's goal is, they can facilitate the success of the event. Let me give you some examples. For instance, the entertainment portion. A DJ or a band should know what type of music to play, but how they can figure that out. Well, you should communicate with them and let them know what type of demographics or what type of event it is. If it's like a dinner reception, or maybe it will be a dancing party, right? So at least they can figure out the type of entertainment they can provide. This could be very useful for a photographer. What needs to be covered? Is it a charity event or a birthday party? Are there any important speeches in a particular area of the event location where the photographer needs to be at that time? Maybe there are VIPs among the crowd that need to be in the pictures. Or maybe will the venue be lighted enough, or does the photographer need to provide additional lighting? I mean, there are so many details that we as planners need to consider and keep in mind and communicate with the vendors. So before the event, planners and vendors must get together, must go over the timeline and discuss every single detail. This, again, will ensure teamwork and the success of the event or the wedding, and it will benefit everybody. So remember what I told you at the beginning? Teamwork. This is the secret to the success. Tip number 3. And this is a big one. This is my most important one. Don't look at other professionals in your category as competitors. Scratch that word. I will dedicate a huge portion of my talk at the conference in July about competition, because it's very important that you learn how to work in a competitive environment. Now, competition is good for you and for your business. Let me repeat that. Competition is good for you and your business. You know, so again, I will explain more at the conference, but today we can focus on a couple of things related to competition. So when you go against other professionals in your category, like for instance, planners with planners, or caterers with caterers, photographers with photographers, this can be keeping a distance from them, or completely ignoring them, or even worse, talking bad about them to potential clients or other professionals. Well, this behavior can negatively affect your reputation in the community. Not only that, but you will also throw away gold opportunities. And what I mean by that is, when you work together in a professional community, you can help each other, you can support each other, and create strong partnerships. So let me give you one of the benefits of these strong partnerships. There are many weddings happening every weekend, right? And you can only do 1 or 2 a day, depending on what your role is, right? So let's say if you're an officiant, maybe you can do 2 or 3 ceremonies, depending on the time frames and the locations. If you are a photographer, you can probably do 1 per day. If you are a planner, you most likely can do 1 per weekend, considering the rehearsal day and the wedding day. But what if a potential couple inquires about your services and you already booked on their date? Either you have associates, so you can assign the new lead to them, or you have to decline. I know, that's sad, but you have to do it because you can't take care of them at the same time, right? So what if you had some trusted colleagues, not competitors, I said colleagues, right? that you can refer to that couple. You can say something like, you know, I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, I'm already booked on your wedding date, but you can call my friend Melissa. She's also a professional planner, and her style is very similar to mine. She's been planning weddings for a long time like me, and I'm sure you will love her. Here's her contact information. Done. That couple will thank you because you save them time, so they don't have to look for other planners, and they have a solid recommendation. And Melissa will be very grateful for that. So she will refer you to a potential couple next time she's booked. I am sure she will do that, right? So if you're a planner, make friends with other planners. Are you a florist? Make friends with other florists. You can help each other, inspire each other. You can learn from each other. And as a result, you will raise the bar in the industry. My God, I could go on hours and hours talking about vendor relationships, Tawanda. So much to share with all of you. I think my time is up because I think I took a long time from here, but I really hope these 3 tips will help you with your business today. And I think Tawanda has a special message for you because you will hear from us more in the upcoming months. So back to you, Tawanda.
Sabrina, thank you so much. That was very informative. I hope all of you have learned something tonight, and all of the information that she shared with us tonight, you will also hear in July. Now, what I want to share with you is my secret formula on how I grew my business. You know, I had like 5, I can go on and on all night and share with you, 15 different tips on how to grow a successful event planning business. But for the sake of time, and I don't want to keep you too long, what I want to do is I want to share with you 3 that I know are proven performances on how Tawanda grew her business. The first tip and this is very common, and what I'm going to share with you is nothing new. It's not something that fell out of the sky in 2009 and no one else has done this, because we all are aware of it. It's just how we apply it, because I'm a believer that we are all the same. We are all unique. We are all made the same. What makes us different is how we do what we do. That's the uniqueness about each and every one of us, is how we do what we do. So when I found my niche, or however you say it, Sabrina, I knew then that my business was on a different level, and my business has taken off. The first one, the one which I love and which you probably know me from Periscope, is networking. Now you're probably saying, Tawanda, well, I network. I do network. What do you mean networking? Oh, so that's what you come to share with us? Networking? Listen, networking is key. It's not about where you network, it's how you network. You can go out and, okay, so what is networking? Let me ask you this. What is networking? Networking is it can be the low cost marketing formula to your business, because all you got to do is hang out where your client hangs out. All you got to do is put yourself in their space. Doesn't cost you a dime. Put some gas in your car, get on the internet, find out where the happenings are, and go and hang out and network with the people that you want to do business with. Networking. That's one of the topics that I'm going to be talking about at the conference. It's not so much as should you network? Of course you should. Your business would die if you don't. It's how to network. That's the secret formula. It's not should I network, but how to network. That's what I'm going to share with you in July. The second tip that I'm going to share with you that is the secret to my business are referrals. Now, listen, I know that we all, as vets, let me talk to the vets first. You should have enough vendors and enough industry professionals that you can pick up the phone or send an email if your plate is not, if you don't have any business, and say, hey, listen, I don't have any events for the next couple of months. I don't have anything on my plate. Can you refer me some of your business? Can I help you with something? And if you have a awesome working relationship with these vendors, and if you are a rock solid industry professional, trust me, if I'm busy and I don't, and I know that I can't make all the money, and I know you are rock solid, I'm going to refer you to the client. If someone comes to me and say, hey, Tawanda, I'm getting married on June 28th, and I want you to do my wedding. And if I know I already have an event on June 28th, but you know what? I can't do it, but I'm going to put you in the capable hands of Sabrina Cadini. Referrals. But referrals just don't come to you and say, hey, here I am. You have to ask for them. So the second tip to growing your event planning business is asking for referrals, not waiting for anybody to hand you anything. You need to ask for referrals. The first one is networking. Number 2, referrals. Now, number 3, I'm going to share with you, which is my secret formula. The one that I think is what saved my business, because I was going down this path that almost drowned my business. And I'm going to give you a snippet of it, and then I'll share more with it of you later. Here's when I found out that I was on the right path. As an event planner, because I'm an event planner, event manager, I focus on management and logistics. When I found out, one of the things that I used to do when I first started out, I used to look at what other planners was doing. I used to look at their work. I used to look at the beauty of the room, the lights, the camera, the flowers, the cake. Oh my God, I have got to top that. I want my events to look as nice as Sabrina's events. And I'm using you as an example, Sabrina. You know, I'm looking and I'm watching and I'm looking and I'm saying, oh my God, she used that type of tablecloth and she used that type of lamp. Where did she get that from? I was focused on the wrong thing. I was posting and channeling my business based on what my colleague was doing. Wrong. When I realized that it was not about how great and how beautiful Sabrina's event looked, and start focusing on the mere fact that at the end of the day, if my client was happy, if my client said to me, Tawanda, this was the best experience that I can even imagine. So what that the light bulb blew? So what that we started 30 minutes late because the music, the Wi-Fi went out? At the end of the day, you took care of my family. At the end of the day, you made sure my grandmother had everything she needed. At the end of the day, you made sure that my guests are going to walk away and call me tomorrow and say, girl, you did that. That's called customer service. Listen, when we do events, as an event designer, as an event planner, when you do events, guess what? That event design is not your design. It's your client's design. So what if your clients only wanted candles on the table? So what if they wanted polyester tablecloths instead of satin tablecloths? So what? You're not designing that event for your colleague, but some of us are, because some of us will make sure that we go all out and make sure that that event looks gorgeous. And we lose sight of why we are actually doing that event that day. And we lose sight of the customer service. So Tawanda, so all of you who are watching, you ask, and I told you I was going to share with you, what is my secret formula? It's customer service. And guess what? It's customer service, but it goes beyond that. It goes beyond the customer service. I'm going to share with you in July how. So I gave you the formula. Now I'm going to share with you in July how to develop your formula. Because see, that's mine. That's how I came to the conclusion that, Tawanda, forget about the gorgeousness. Forget about the fluff. Focus on the service. And the minute that clicked, that it was about the service, I brought on more staff to take care of my clients' guests. I brought on more people. I made sure that my bride had a lady in waiting. I made sure that my groom had a groomsman in waiting, or man in waiting. I don't even know if there's a name for that, Sabrina, but I made sure that my groom had someone that his groomsman can talk to and be there for their beck and call. I made sure that my clients' guests had a personal attendant, so that anything they wanted, excuse me, yes, can I help you? Excuse me, can you find? Yes, I can. Excuse me, where is? It's right over here. Let me get that for you. Can I help you? Guess what? It's the experience. The minute I decided and realized that it was not about the fluff, but it was about the service that we provided, was the moment that Elite Events Management no longer had to ask for business. You know why? Because business comes to us. Every opportunity, every time business knocks on my door, I don't have to ask for it. You know why? Not because I am the end all, the be all. It's because we provide stellar service. So if you don't listen or hear anything else that Tawanda Sims and Sabrina Cadini has to say to you, I want you to redirect your focus. Stop going in all of these Facebook groups. Stop going all across social media, looking and liking and complaining and talking about, being negative about what other planners and designers are doing. Because guess what? They are only doing what their client asked them to do. You need to provide the service. If you provide the service, then guess what? You too can have a successful event planning business. That's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. That's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it. The secret formula: customer service, customer service, customer service. What I'm going to share with you in July is how to develop and how to recognize and tap into your secret service. Because see, people help me. And it's a process. It's a process. But I think when you stop doing what I was doing, looking, peeping, searching, oh my God, that tablecloth, I got to order that. Oh my God, she got gold candelabras. I got to go get gold candelabras. Oh my God, they're using fire. They're not using the LED lights. Oh, I got to go order this. And you got a warehouse full of items, and you bring out all these items. And at the end of the day, your client is looking at you, like, why did I invest my money into you when you did not deliver to me what I paid for? Let me stop right there before I get into how to develop that. I'm going to share with that in July. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It has been my pleasure. This webinar is to share with you just a snippet of how to grow your event planning business. I hope something that I said, something that Sabrina shared with you is helpful. You would take it. It is not the gospel. You asked, we wanted to share how we got to the level we are. It's not written in stone, because see, that's the beauty of having your own business. You get to do what you want to do. We can only share with you what we have learned, our mistakes, how we learn from our errors. And we're still making mistakes. We're still making mistakes. But guess what? We bounce back and we learn from it. We bounce back and we learn from it. So with that being said, again, we will share more with you in July. We want all of you at this time to go over to our website, letsplanconference.com. Register today for the conference. Register today for the conference. Join Sabrina, join me, join Bisley Vasquez, Dana Herbert, the Cake Boss. We have a medical doctor, Dr. Jerisi is going to be there. What to do in the event of a medical emergency. And when I tell you, this weekend I had a medical emergency, and the first thing I thought about was, where is Dr. Jerisa? Where is Dr. Jerisa? Because we needed a medical doctor this Saturday, but we got through it. You know why? Because I'm trained, because I did my homework, and I knew how to prepare in the event of a medical emergency. At least I thought I did, but we got through it. And we have the Cake Boss. We have some award-winning celebrity vendors that are going to be there. We just have a whole, the people that are coming to South Florida to invest and impart in you are going to be absolutely amazing. So I ask that you please go over to our website, letsplanconference.com, letsplanconference.com. Register today. Today is May 31st. This is the last day so that you can take advantage of the early bird sale. So register today so that you can save $100 off your ticket. Also, for all of you who are joining us, who are watching the webinar, for all of you, we thank you for your time. We appreciate you watching. But guess what? We have a special offer for you. We have a special offer for all of you who are viewing the webinar. And guess what that offer is? I just said that the special $100 expires today. Guess what? We are going to extend that to you, and you get an extra week to receive that $100 off your ticket. So if you are viewing the webinar today and the replay, you will be able to take advantage of the early bird closing sale, the early bird webinar sale through June 7th. Through June 7th. Say thank you, Tawanda. You're welcome. Say thank you, Tawanda. You're welcome. June 7th, $100 off your ticket through June 7th. We appreciate your time. We thank you for your time. Oh, one other offer. This is amazing. We all know that social media is awesome, and everybody needs social media. That's one of the things that we're going to talk about at the conference. But as another offer, for those of you who sign up for the conference, anyone that registered for the conference today, if you sign up today before or through June 7th, since I just extended it through June 7th for you, if you sign up through June 7th, you will be able or eligible to receive 30% off of Athena Devon. We all know Athena Devon is a part of this amazing conference. She is a social media guru. She is a SEO expert, and Sabrina is hosting workshops. She's going to start launching her workshop. I think it's at the end of June or the end of July. So Sabrina, Athena will offer you 30% off of the SEO workshop. Now that's amazing. Sabrina is known for Instagram. She has booked most of her brides on Instagram. She's the #1 planner in Dallas, and she has done that by growing her SEOs. So she is an expert. So she's going to share that at the conference, along with some other social media tips. But as an offer for you joining us, Sabrina is Sabrina, I'm looking at you, Sabrina. I keep saying Sabrina. Athena is going to offer you, as a Let's Plan conference attendee, 30% off of the SEO workshop. All right. How amazing is that? How amazing, just for your time. How amazing is that? Also, if any of you have any questions, please send your questions to us. We're going to make sure that we answer all of your questions to info@letsplanconference.com. That's info@letsplanconference.com. If you send us your questions, we'll make sure that we get back to all of your questions for you. Mike, for you. You're in the camera. Sorry about that, Mike. You see my husband, he should have said hello since he walked into my camera space. But anyway, that's all my time. Thank you so much for your time. Sabrina, you want to say hello? You want to say good night?
Just wanted to unmute before I could be on screen. But thank you so much. I'm so happy that you guys were here on the webinar, and I really look forward to meeting you all in July. I just posted a comment on the webinar live chat, and thank you, Tawanda. You are amazing, and thank you for putting together this conference. It's really what we need as planners and vendors for our industry. So I will see you there in July. Make sure that you sign up. Don't delay, because we want you at the conference, and it will be wonderful to meet all of you. Thank you. I don't know if Tawanda is still here, but thanks again for attending the webinar. I really hope you got some great inspiration. Here you are, you're back. I think I lost you for a while. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much. Very excited, getting very excited about the conference. Truly honored to be a speaker, and I can't wait to meet you all.
Thank you so much again, guys. Let'sPlanConference.com. Go over to the website, register today, save that $100. If you register today, you get that 30% off of the SEO workshop. But remember, we did extend it for you through June 7th. We appreciate your time. We love you guys. And remember, when only the best will do absolutely nobody, but do you. See you in July.